Welcome back to Tech Gumbo here on Talk 107.3 FM, Baton Rouge's local talk and information leader. As always, Tech Gumbo is brought to you by Gulf South Technology Solutions. You can reach us on the phone
225-216-2169
or on the web
at gulfsouthtech.com.
Gulf South is brought to you by Gulf South Tech. Tech Gumbo is brought to you by Gulf South Technology Solutions. Gulf South Tech will give you your business computer and network IT needs. Gulf South Tech will give you the right solution, right response
right now.
So we're going to go ahead and continue along with some news and updates here in our second segment. First thing we're going to talk about is, does connecting your cell phone to your car open up any security risk?
So as cars today are coming out, there's more technology. There's more new software. They're looking to talk your phone into your car more often. And some people kind of worry, are you making yourself more vulnerable this way? And the question is possibly. Well, the answer is possibly.
Right. The ability to connect the smartphone to a software-based infrastructure in your car just might make it a little bit easier to help you, select the music you want or get directions and destinations. But it's also allowing cyber criminals and hackers to kind of take a shot at hacking into your car, and then they can target your vehicle for all kind of really nasty things. They can screw with your GPS. They can give you bad directions. They can get into the braking system.
Oh, anything that technology touches in the car, which would be basically everything.
I mean, just to all of a sudden decide, hey, let's go screw with Haggai and turn off the ignition while he's driving down the interstate. Once it hits 70 miles an hour, let's boop, and then, everything.
And they wouldn't do it to one person. They would send out a bug that would just crawl around in a bunch of people's cars and it would happen to a bunch of people at once.
Absolutely. It's not a good thing when all of a sudden you have these folks that can just take over a vehicle and when you get 4,000 pounds of metal screaming along down the highway, it becomes a weapon. and so there's a whole lot of folks, the Institute of Engineering and Technology, they're studying this. They're trying to look for increasing ways to keep these vehicles safe, to try and, we talked about the back doors that in the iPhones last time around, and last segment. Well, I mean, we've got these ongoing problems.
We sure do. And car washing is dealing with cars. That's what we do. We wash cars. And any kind of technology involved is something we worried about. These sensors that they're putting in cars that automatically break when it gets too close to something, that's something we're going to have to deal with in the future. The security, can we drive the car anymore? I mean, it's very difficult. It's going to be like your iPhone. You have maybe touch panels on your steering wheel with your fingerprints, and that's going to let you drive and steer the car. Who knows where it's going to end up? It's exciting and it's nerve-wracking at the same time. It's exciting that technology advances. I think cars can be safer. I think having self-braking cars and stuff is a great idea. However, there's a lot of challenges involved with it. And could somebody in Russia take over your car, hack into it, and turn the wheel when you're going down the interstate? I don't know if that's possible now, but it's something to be concerned with in the future.
It really is. It's one of those things. It's an issue that's not going to go away anytime soon. So that. When you have anything electronic that is connected, whether it's plugged in with a wire into the wall or wirelessly, it's exposed. And so now we have to start putting firewalls not just in your business but on your car too.
And ultimately it comes down to you're only as safe as your weakest link. And just the more ways you have your phone or your car or your computer or your anything tied to more other devices, the more chances you have of just having one weak link, and then once someone gets in through one window on the third floor, they're in your whole house.
That's right. So be careful out there when you're connecting your smartphone into your car for right now. Next thing we're going to talk about is a new Trojan that's quietly infecting your device, and it's slowly getting worse. So with smartphones and tablets being much more available to the average person, and it's no wonder that hackers are trying to focus on those, and they're going after the Androids. The Android is the big target right now,
Android having such a large market share and being open source and not known for its high levels of security is ripe in several different categories for targeting.
Right, and so this latest Trojan is called AceCard, ACECARD. It's the latest, and certainly it's the most dangerous one to yet, because it's not really new. It's been around for almost 2 years, but it's just becoming much more popular, or more prevalent, I guess is a better way of saying. It starts off as just a phishing app. It works when you start showing overlays, but then all of a sudden it starts looking at you doing banking apps, or doing Facebook or PayPal or different things like that, credit card apps, and it's taking notes, and it's sending all of your information to whoever's.
It's designed to look like those apps that you're using, and so you say, oh, I'm just plugging in my username and password into Facebook, but it's actually into this app, which sends your information to the hackers and then sends your information to Facebook. So you won't know that you're being, scammed here. But, a couple days later, you'll just notice, there's been a large withdrawal from my PayPal account. And then you're kind of SOL at that point.
And so, if you have if you do have an Android out there, there is some software that'll allow you to go and run looking for the AceCard. Would tell you to go and do a Google search for AceCard and removing it from your Android device. If you have an Android device, you want to very much be careful. Like you said, because of its open architecture, and anybody can write any kind of source code to the Android operating devices. If you're going to get anything out of the Google Store or Google Play Store...
Well, the good news is it's not in the Google Play Store. It's only in the third party.
Right.
And so as long as you are only using the Android Google Play Store, that'll protect you from a lot of the funny things.
Yeah, but even still, there's a lot of funny things in the Play Store. So Google doesn't inspect much of what's in the Play Store, so you have to be very, very careful about pulling stuff down. That is one of the bigger differences and bigger complaints. Apple combs through everything in the iTunes Store. You can't download anything that Apple hasn't run, and you just can't, because with the Google Play, anybody can push anything up there, and here, go have at it. And so you have to be very, very careful of what you're loading onto your phones or tablets when you're pulling out, if you have an Android or operating system similar to that. So the next thing we want to talk about is Facebook with their new emojis.
Facebook's been talking for a while now about adding something other than just the like button. I saw Mark Zuckerberg did an interview about 6 months ago, and he was saying that it's a really weird situation. You have someone and they post the really sad status. They got in a car accident or a loved one died, or just some very depressing story, and your only reaction is to like it. And that just kind of has a weird feeling. And so the emojis are designed to give you a greater range of emotions to express here.
So the different emojis that they've rolled out is wow, sad, haha, angry, and love.
They still feel a little high schoolish to me. I think they need to be developed a little more. It's still early on, because like has a kind of a clean, efficient feeling to it. But whenever I use a smiley face, it's kind of a not especially serious.
And so, to me, this just sounds like this is another way for Facebook to find out a little more detailed information, about you. Because every time you click on one of those icons, they're making note. Oh, he likes this. Oh, he's angry about that. Oh, he loves this. So, okay, Haggai must really. So that's just, they're building that profile that much deeper and more thorough. And so I guess if you're a business and you have your Facebook page and you have people clicking on all these different things, you can start building your own database about the people who are coming to your site, and you can get more information. So in that sense, it does make sense to use all of the different icons or the new emojis, if you will, but it's still just one more thing that Big Brother's learning about you.
And that's a very good point. They now can take note in detail of when an advertiser publishes an article and they say, oh wow, a bunch of people liked this, but they loved it whenever we did that.
Right.
And so
you're just quantifying that much more about yourself. You're getting away from even just generalities. So you're really drilling down and opening yourself up to just that much more, since the illusion of privacy no longer exists. This is Tech Gumbo on Talk 107.3 FM. Want to remind you, go to gulfsouthtech.com/baseball, register, and we'll give you a couple of LSU baseball tickets. And you can also go to gulfsouthtech.com/risk for a risk assessment. We'll be back with our third segment in just a minute.